Sad poetry, I forever sad poetry, rhymes and goodbyes. But my world fell apart, and all they could do, the whole universe, was to silently move on. I paint my wrists a pretty red to silence the demons in my head. Creating art out of my pain is the only thing that keeps me sane. But why do others cry when they see my art? Is it because I ripped the canvas apart? I never understood why they look so upset. I guess they just don't like the color red. Love is the choice of creating sandcastles, even if you knew it'll be washed away by the sea. It's the pursuit of building something too so fragile because it makes you genuinely happy. When I feel blue, I cope with red. And the sad part is you completely get what I just said. A second chance will never be able to heal the wound of this first one. I wonder why I fell for a thorn when the rose is what I deserved. No light, but rather darkness visible served, only to discover the sight of woe, regions of sorrow, doleful shades, where peace and rest can never dwell. Hope never comes, that comes at all, but torture without end. Blessed are you for having cried, for what is a tear, if not pain liquefied? Most dread the very notion of dark. Darkness strikes horror in their heart. Yet darkness gives me a sense of calm. I feel quite at home when in the dark. Keep me in the dark. I feel nocturnal darkness makes me feel alive. Darkness gives me flight. Darkness makes me aware of the tiniest glint of light. Darkness electrifies my dampened veins. It pours back my nerves with vigor, just when everything seems to fall apart. The mind awakens with unforeseen power. So never try to keep darkness at bay. Once befriended darkness takes you a long way. But love has a way of revealing itself in the most explicit manner. It will find the narrowest crevices of our being and ooze out like blood from a cut vein dripping into the ocean, leaving its scent for the sharks to circle in. Love that gives birth to poetry is true love. I'm constantly in awe of the work ethic of the human heart. It keeps beating, though it's broken. When I am dead, my dears, sing no sad songs for me. If this is what makes me a monster, so be it. I am the monster they created. So the end of the story will read that she died of regrets and a heart disease. Then she will rest in a sacred place in the middle of nowhere while he forgets about her. Am I inconsequential to it all, a random, forgettable moment in your delicate pastoral existence? The fate and blue of yesterday's sky is reminding of the hopeless love I told the moon about you. It's your bones against mine, the slight curve in your spine, and it's Sunday. I don't have to think about suicide. Hope and dreaming on, I straight to her. Smile a world away, a love unfulfilled. I rise in a world away, she cries. Maybe you are amazing and beautiful. I just can't see it anymore. A shock, no thinking, just a sigh. Rage from nowhere down inside. Sense and ruin cannot tell. Kill the fret or run like hell. I'll be torn apart by the things they said, but it won't kill me because I am already dead. Sometimes I feel more like a house than a person, with the way I decorate my body and my face to hide damaged walls and empty spaces. My heart is more like a door with changed locks, because I've made multiple keys for people who walked all over me with filthy shoes, people who said they could live here, but they were just passing through. I hope my eyes are not windows, because I fear what the world might see. All up my flaws and insecurities on display, like a coffee table or somebody a shoddy a love seat. Sometimes I swear I left the oven on and I forgot, because my mind feels like a smoke detector with the way my apprehension never calms. I smell smoke, but I can't see it. I'm told things are never as bad as I make them, but every wildfire starts with a spark, and it's easy to burn when you're a house made of straw. Even the happiest fall prey to the plastic, the vacuous, virtual, and some little voice keeps whispering to us, there's something wrong here. That is the best for sure, to psychologically manipulate someone in such a way that they are unable to decide if they have been commended or brilliantly deprecated. Deuce wipe the sky once I leave. I carve a special little nick such from the perils of life where I can make a place for hope. First I need to find a knife, or am I inconsequential to it all? A random forgettable moment in your delicate pastoral existence. I always wanted to be defined by love, while never knowing that these hearts suffer the most. Well, there I go. I will miss my chest exploding, you coming home late, my not turning on the light, always waking me up. I will miss the sudden burst of safety when you look at me or hold my hand or say something like, let's go home. I'll miss the years I lost on something or someone. Pieces didn't fit, shaped wrong. Time is slightly off. I loved you like I always will. Never stop spitting to y'all. Yes, there is yet one way to where she is. Bitter, but one that faith may never miss. Out of the grave, I come to tell you this. I breathe, therefore I spit. I know the phantom that shies away from the sun. He's a quiet prayer from the heartless, the mourners, the no ones. Even when dreaming, I'm falling so fast. And then waking a last second, eyes wide, and feeling after the terror has passed a little emptier inside. Will be consoled somehow by the odd notion that it's the thought that counts. Wow, I pounce. I walked a road with flowers blooming, a road filled with flowers and sunshine. The golden glow of the sky pours over my velvety skin. I've seen in the distance my family standing. They look sadder. They cannot see my smile. I call on to them, but they cannot hear my voice. Echoes through the distance. I saw the ones looking up then, side to side. Yet their eyes don't fall upon mine. Why would they cry? I asked God, why don't they see me wave them back? God stood to me and smiled. He said, T.S. soon, too soon. They'd feel a raindrop on her foreheads, and they'll look up to you and see you smile. I asked again, but how can they hear me? He said, name. I'll tap on their shoulders and whisper your will. They know it's me calling. Yes, God said, because in that whisper you would say goodbye to them till the one day you'll meet again. Where is this fraud called hope? Tell me, how would it make it feel? Why does it evade me? I have no faith. It's real. Nothing gives, like nothing left. Where naught but scattered ashes lie. I'll carve a special little nick, safe from the perils of life, where I can make a place for hope. First, I'll need to find a knife. Too many walls in every direction with a cryptic boxes stacked too high to see. I can't not climb out and cannot push through to wherever I've left my empathy. Will be consoled somehow by the odd notion that it's the thought that counts. But I hope you don't feel the hurt as much as I did. You are too weak and fragile to stand the ache. I remember you always will be. Where the cheerful children of unwritten poems play all around. You will find me there. Please don't tell me it was less painful than a broken backbone, a forgotten poem, a lost home. From all my dreams where you felt everlasting to all my clothes, your words used to wear, to the old and to the new beginning. You have lost me everywhere. No one can forget there's first love. That's why I am sad today. I have no idea how to forget, and day after day she's walking on my heart such as blood, but the rare herb of forgetfulness it hides away from me. Indeed, there's a spit into thee. Not There you go. Like a one off of my mind. The puzzles of my infinite rhymes. I'm putting back to pieces of this messed up life of mine. But this puzzle is impossible, and it's my life on the line. Behind this face shows a girl, a person with a hidden resent, but she puts up this big show. Her real self she can't present. It feels like I'm running in circles. Nothing has ever gonna change. That's the part that's killing me. But even my life has its range. It feels like I'm watching a movie of this life of mine. I see myself in pain, but everyone else is fine. They look right past me like I'm not even there. I guess I shouldn't say that. It's not like they care. I can't go on like like this forever. With this feeling of hurt and regret, there is a chance it will get better, but there are some things I won't forget. Unsure if I should pull the plug while I am standing here, looking at my own reflection. I see my death is near. Fires burn my soul until it's gone. It is night to me, whether day or dawn. Whether day or dawn, tears fall down my cheeks onto the cold ground. Darkness takes over when no one's around. Look in the mirror and miss the old me before cheerful. Now depressed and edgy. My cheeks are red, my eyes puffy with tears. What has happened to me over the years? I feel as if no one cares anymore. People laugh and call me, but they do not know me at all. Call me a slut or a whore, but they do not know her at all. They want to see the mighty fall. They love watching me cry and walk alone. My sadness has become so dang well known. Someday you'll see that you pushed me too far, but the things that you said will leave a scar. Someday, you'll hear that I'm finally dead, 'cause I let what you said go to my head. Bet you won't cry when I lay on the ground. Bet you will just think, oh well, she's hellbound. Wow. I'm not the praying kind. I always question faith. I believe I was always borderline, but now I question faith. They think that I'm dying. I've got no one else to turn to. Now I'm on my knees crying, trying to believe you. I'm so sorry that it took so long for me to open my heart. Please forgive me for my wrong. Let me have a new start. It's not death that scares me, for I know that when I'm gone, in this heart I will forever be, and our love will still live on. Sent to a hospital because of those idiots who drove through the light and hit her car. Now she lays in a hospital bed in a coma, slowly drifting away into the eternal sleep that awaits her with eternal bleeding. She is now dying only because some jerks were in a hurry to get somewhere. Now they face charges while she faces death. How could this be far? They pay some money, go to jail for a few days maybe, and she lies 6 feet under. Wrap her forever. A text carved onto stone of cold. A letter branded on skin in black. A soldier dying with only a white rose to hold. Our world has exploded. Don't turn back. A face of ash burnt to dust. An angel broken left with no wing. The sly grin of an evil lust. The injection of a lethal poison leaves a burning sting of our future lies in hands no eye can see. The bodies underneath the ground wake to find no sleep. We hold our wrist to God, so he chains us, so we are free. The monsters find our blood to seep. Darkness of no other folds, the light to dark. A feast of maggot continues to eat away the dead. A girl lying, still waiting for her life's embark. A bloody hand starts shaking and drips of crimson red. A storm is created, and lightning strikes the thunder. Hail pelts to the ground and cracks the window pane. That's why they call it window pane. Insane. I still sit at my window, still staring on in wonder, when all is calm and still, and all your heart is the rain. A girl left lying, crying for her life. A soldier now dead, his hands clasping the rose of white. The sly grin of lust is now the beholder of the knife. Now our only darkness has turned to moonlight night. A shaking hand, now steady lying, still with no pulse. The monsters have no blood from us to wither our down. Our world is of nothing but a creative false. This person is but nothing but a suicidal drown. Wow, pound, now. We always talked as friends, flirted as lovers, but your girlfriend didn't know the difference. Time went by. We grew apart. You graduated, started working. My next year in class was lonely. I'm a phony. I'm not knowing. Disconnected from the world, surrounded unbalanced thoughts of no clear definitions, a hollow feeling of no meaning, an unbearable lightness of no origin, restless searching for an exit from this melancholy boundary, a boundary that holds a different world, a world not unknown, a bare soul's numb senses with nowhere to belong. I'm glad I have someone like you, because you don't care about color. You see what's on the inside. I'm on the outside. I'm looking and I can see fruit. You see your fruit, true colors. The world makes fun of us because we're not alike. They don't know who we are, yet they judge us by their sight. I'm not rhyme. I hide behind a smile, a light-hearted grin, while my insides turn end over end. I tire from acting as if all is okay. Put on the show to keep you in my day. I miss you, went with you, if that makes sense at all. I know I'll be without you come nightfall. I bury my feelings with untrue alibis. Hang up the phone, hold a pillow and cry. It doesn't seem masculine feeling this inside, but I need you in my life, and so I hide. For the longest time my lips were sealed, but my deepest secret now revealed. I always wondered deep inside how life would be by a father's side. I wish I knew at last, at least your name. I wish I knew just who to blame. I blame myself. I feel as though it's all my fault. You didn't watch me grow. Was I not good enough to make you stay? Am I the reason you walked away, away, away?